Welcome to the Me Hour, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the content here. We're doing so well, and I can't thank you enough how well the community has persevered through all of these changes, and I'm so glad that I could be a small part of seeing your success through so that we could all enjoy all the beautiful things that Mario Kart Tour has to offer us at the moment. And we see here they've included a few new Miis to the selection, but I'll be taking a look at the original Miis as well, and just to see what was done with the value on them, because there was a commenter who had rightfully pointed out to me, in fact, that there is some precedent, very, very rare precedent, mind you, to include new level unlocks for items after their debut tour. And one such instance was the head honcho in the first anniversary tour. So that had long escaped my attention. I was just a little peon in the game then, and I do appreciate all the anecdotes that you provide and the facts in the comments. It's wonderful. That's part of the ongoing body of knowledge, and you elevate my level just as much as I elevate yours, and that's the beautiful part about this community. So let's see what they did here. This was a top shelf 7, and it's still top shelf 7. So see, folks, when I was telling you that the value of these things would not consume the entire part of the pie, well, that's a lot lower than I was expecting. I was expecting to see 1 or 2 tracks being added, and they did not add the level unlocks. So I had a very good read on that one to start. But let's see, because that one was the freebie. Not expecting buffs on the freebie, really. I was thinking maybe just one on a not very valuable course. But let's see how the pay ones turned out then. Well, this did get a new track of value here. Mario Suit had 8 tracks before, and now we can see he is up to 9 tracks. So he picked up that Ghost Valley one, a very old track, so a lot of options on that track. It falls in line with what I was projecting. And we take a look at the Peach Suit now. The Peach Suit picked up Bowser's Castle RT, as well as the RMX Choco Island 2R, I do believe. So there we go. Between 1 and 2 buffs is the pickup on these. And let's take a look at the Toad one. So we have Sky Garden Tea, was that, or did that have Sky Garden Tea? I believe it did, because the Mario one, no, it didn't. Yeah, because they had the same amount coming into the tour. The Luigi Suit here, yeah, I mean, it's just the value on these things is very constrained. So the Rosalina Suit, this one started off with the least amount of value, just like the DK one. It only had 3 level 1 tracks, and it had then 6 overall. So we see it picked up 2 buffs this tour, which is not surprising given it started off with less value and it was very exclusive and rare. So the Koopa Troopa Peach 2, as well as Wario Shipyard RT, that is ranked in week 2. So we see now how the value is progressing on these Mii characters. That yes, the course number is going to be lower. And why is that, folks? In my original important Mii shop context that I provide to you, these items are more powerful than a standard high-end because the base points increase. We don't know where the cap is yet, but that cap is beyond 1,400. We know for a fact it can go from up to 1,500. Could it go up to 1,600? It's possible, okay? And what that means is 1% of those base points go towards your bonus points boost in a race. So if it's 1,600, then you are going to get 105 bonus points boost per action, whereas you're only getting in the 90s on these high ends that are maxed out, level 8 and 1400, because it's that base cap, the base points cap, that really determines your bonus points just as much as the level. So the fact that these go beyond your high ends spells trouble for the value of everything else. So that Mario Samurai, the value is jeopardized if the Miis just encompass every single track. It was a very clear-cut one for me to see, and I hope now that we see how the value is progressing on this, this makes more sense to everyone out there in the audience. This stuff, I tried to, might seem like a foreign language, the value of this, but if you really study, and I put in the hours to studying it so that I can disseminate that information to all of you, and I try to explain it in a way that makes it easily understood too, so that, and this does happen for a lot of folks out there where they start, especially the ones who are in the Discord server, I'll put a link below. They've been in on the lingo for so long. They're calling this stuff before I even look at it, right? It's like I could wake up in the morning, it's like they say all these things and I'm like, wow, they completely get it. So that's what this is about, folks. I'd like to see people understand what they're getting involved in, and it happens here. That's what we do. So no tracks for the DK characters. So this is why I told people don't purchase the DK Mii suit. You might have been knocking me, but look. Yeah, I mean, you can't tell me after 2 tours the value on that does not come anywhere near the value of the standard high end. It does not. I know it has giant banana, folks, but what track is that giant banana good on, right? Coin box on some of these tracks, you could, okay, so the Choco Island 1RT is good, but there's coin box on just about every track there. Just the Choco Island 1RT, there's Lucky 7 on that track. So that is the one track. This is like Morton. This is Morton of Mii suits, folks. I should cut that out and make a short of it. It's the way it is. We call it like we see it here. Straight shooting, that's what we do. We don't, there's no like false hype or any of that. We just, So here we go. This one started off, so this one gained the Ghost Valley 1R, not the RMX. It had the RMX from the previous tour, and now has Ninja Hideaway R, which is in ranked mode that we know. So yeah, only 2 tracks of value added to that one, and very similar here. Silver Mii Racing Suit started with 5 level 1s and now has 7. So very, very cautiously. Now this is the one that I'm really keying in on. I don't think, and I've gone out on a limb on this one, in fact, because I think a lot of people view this as going to be the most powerful driver, and it will be, because every track it's on is going to trump every other option that's out there, right? If you have a regular coin box, probably even a heavyweight coin box driver, this driver here is going to outperform no matter what. I mean, that's just because of the base points, right? Getting extra bonus points per action is extraordinary, okay? And that's going to make up for dozens of actions that you might, and remember, the difference between a middleweight coin box driver and a heavyweight coin box driver is negligible, okay? It's not like your Gold Koopa free running up against King Bob-omb Gold, for example. So this had 7 tracks of value in the level 1s, and we see it has 9 now, so it added 2. So it was on the leading edge of what it gained, but 2 new tracks in its second tour of value is minor compared to standard item progression, folks. It's below average. So all of these Miis got below average coverage included. That situation, that rare precedent, as one of the commenters had shared, did not come to pass with expanded level caps. So that adds credibility and support to my initial read on the situation with these Miis, folks. I want to make this very clear to people, okay? Let me just look at the camera here, okay? Just because I'm saying you don't need the Miis doesn't mean that they're not going to be powerful parts of your inventory if you choose to invest into these things, okay? You can choose to invest into these things and they will power your account to a pretty significant degree, even if they're not getting a massive part of the entire course coverage overall. And that's because of this bonus points boost increased multiplier that I'm talking about here. And so you can take the leaves, take the me's or leave the me's. You'll be absolutely fine either way, folks. That balanced, steady gameplay approach, that's what we do here. So I do hope you all appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by for the Me Hour.